Not expecting generational rains, but definitely an increase in our rain chances and thus the increase in some flooding as we head into Sunday, more so Monday, and may linger on into Tuesday. Street flooding looks to be our main concern. Thankfully, looking at radar right now, we're done with the rain. Had a few showers push through with kind of a early morning sea breeze that moved in from the Gulf, kind of spread across the region, and that initiated most of our thunderstorms. And over the last hour, it's been pretty much dry. Now we've got moisture coming at us from the north in the form of a front, but also what we're watching a little bit closer is a surge of moisture coming at us from the south. This next surge of moisture is going to create our rain chances in increase, but also the front itself, and it'll be kind of the combination of the two that'll be bumping up our rain chances beginning Sunday and likely lingering on into Tuesday. So at the moment, rain is done as we go into the early tomorrow morning. Again, kind of a sea breeze setting up where most of the thunderstorms kind of initiate along that, about a 50% chance, so not far from what we saw today. Most of the morning is dry, late evening and night is dry on Saturday. Now by Sunday, may start to see kind of timing-wise about the same, but I do think a little bit greater coverage during the afternoon and evening. And then by Monday, expecting the storms to kind of get started a little bit earlier in the day and a better chance for some heavy rainfall. Now our model here not overly aggressive with our rain chances on Monday. We will see. Hopefully that is the case, but this is the setup that we're watching. Big upper high pressure is going to be developing out west. It's already there, but will continue to strengthen. That is what's going to be the forcing mechanism for our front to approach. That's why we're getting a front in July. Slug of moisture surging in ahead of it, and the combination of the two is the reason for the increase in rainfall. So this is a look at the available moisture in the atmosphere. We're not talking about just dew points at the surface, what makes it feel humid. I'm talking about the amount of moisture throughout the atmosphere. And when that increases, storms tap into that and they can be very efficient rainmakers. So the moisture increases while at the same time this front moves in. And that is the reason why we're expecting the heavy rain threat across much of the Gulf South. Now, Sunday, we're under a low and marginal risk, a level 1 out of 4. That increases for Monday. We're under a slight risk. That's a 2 out of 4. And then Tuesday back down to a 1. So I think kind of the bookends may see some heavy downpours, but the greater threat for street flooding would be on Monday. Rainfall totals expected about 2 to 4 inches widespread. Certainly some higher amounts are possible. We could see some localized totals of 5 inches or more. Again, spread out, not as bad, but if we get some of those downpours to set up over one particular area, could have some flooding concerns. So we're expecting the round Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Really the only day that looks to be kind of a washout would be Monday. Street flooding threat looks to be our greatest concern at the moment. Have the rain gear handy, and I would avoid any flooded roads. Hopefully we'll hear something about perhaps neutral ground parking restrictions being lifted as we head into the end of the weekend, as we're expecting kind of 3 days of better rain chances, then kind of quickly tapering off by mid to late in the week. A lot of sunshine outside right now. Still have a little bit of high cloudiness from some of those earlier thunderstorms. 88 right now with a dew point of 73. Yeah, it feels like 96, but better than feeling like the triple digits. Temperatures across the region, upper 80s, low 90s. Normal high is 91. This is basically where we're supposed to be for this time of year. Rain chances starting to increase by Sunday. Going with about an 80% chance. We'll see what the model trend is over the next couple of days. 60% by Tuesday. And then as we head into the middle of the week, much drier, may start to see rain chances picking up a bit toward the end.